Good afternoon, everybody. What we're going to do today is I want to change this rear tyre. It's getting close to a wear limit and I don't like it much anyway, and we're going off to a ride to Bathurst and back shortly, so I thought now's as good a time to do it as any. Taking the dress rim off, I'll quickly loosen these and then jack it up, and then comes the difficult part, the complicated part, the annoying part actually. This is an easy process. You just pull the wheel off, it's a car tyre, what could possibly go wrong? But there's a rear wheel adapter in there, and if you look at this here, this is a very beautifully machined piece made by Paco, one of the BMW K100 for it. Hello, Tilly. Hello, darling. Look out, darling. Come on, look out. That way. Look on. Off you go. Go and have a look. Where's Keith? Go and find Keith. Here you go and find him. And this is made to fit a 15-inch VW rim. And it's beautiful, isn't it? Lovely. Look at that. He's made that up himself. He's made a few of them for forum members over the time. I just wanted you to see that. In comparison to the one we're gonna pull out of this one. Never seen anything like it. It's in 4 or 5 bits. They're just essentially spacers, and you have to be really careful about, obviously, putting them back in the right order, which is why I'm making this video, so I've got some kind of recording of it. And not only that, you've got to hold them all together while you put it back in, which may be the difficult part. I can't remember what happened last time. I remember difficulties. I might have had to get someone else to help me do it. Hold bits while I put the rim on, or vice versa, or whatever, So it's not a great fit, is it? I don't even know what this is. Oh, it's the same thing, 3/4. 3/4 is no good for doggies. I'll close this for a sec. This job, okay? Yeah. Yeah, alright. I know you don't want. Get your claws out of me, sweetheart. Get your claws out of me. Now comes the fun bit. And as I was saying just before, I had to use this smaller drive because it's the only thing I could find with an 18mm. I end up having to use that to get these undone because I was so bloody tight. And that was me who did that, which is unusual that I would get them that tight. I didn't need a bar that long. It's just the only one I could find, the drop of hat sort of thing, I've got a couple of bits of pipe tubing, that I can cut down. One. You can see what's going on here. I reckon I just got this feeling that it's all very well to say I need a new back tyre, which I do, but getting the rim back on by myself may not be possible. I just got a feeling I had to get my Kiwi mate who comes and helps me out around the place to help me out with that. This must be well off the thread. It's just caught there somewhere. Hi Keith, what's going on, mate? Hey, what's going on? Oh, you poor boy. He likes being in the shed. Then he's just woken up to the idea that we're here. What's going on, big bloke? Another big bloke. Oh. One. You don't want to bury it there. That's a silly spot. I don't even know what it is. What have you got? Where'd you get that from? You complete idiot. Alright, bike's jacked up. This is actually the next day. I'll explain in a minute. What's going on? Right, so here we are, just having a very, very, very short test ride. So a couple of weeks ago, or about 500 or 600 kilometres ago, we put a new tyre on the sidecar, and this week we decided to put a new tyre on the rear of the bike, and it's a pain in the ass of a job. Well, it's basically about the rear wheel adapter. It looks like that. It looks like the wheel is sitting crooked, but it's got to be the guard, I think. Anyway, we'll head back again because we've got the Kiwi there today. So yeah, the other tyre I didn't like much, and it was getting pretty worn. It was wearing unevenly, as in some parts of the round were worn more than others. It wasn't an inside-outside thing. And so now I've got this beautiful thing from Hankook or somewhere, Hankook, and so on that last ride I went on that. Anyway, I just remembered just as I was riding up the road, I suddenly remembered that I hadn't put any air in the front tyre. So I've still got to do that. And it's probably got about 40 in the back, I suppose. That's what they sort of usually put it in, I think. So I better check that. Now on the last ride that I went on, that one up to the pub at Albert, the last video I put up, I didn't mention that the next morning I went out, packed up the tent, did all that stuff, had a bacon and egg roll at the pub that they were serving up on the barbecue, and then rode off towards home, got about 3 k's down the road, and this thing died in the arse. I thought, that's strange, so I pulled over, tried to start it again, couldn't hear the fuel pump priming or running, so I thought, oh well, that's it, the fuel pump's fucked. Cut a long story short, Tilly and I had a ride in the NRMA truck, which came down from Nyngan and took us home, and blah blah blah. I'm thoroughly disgusted after I bagged a couple of Harley riders because their bikes had been playing up, and it was a great ride though. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself, met some new people, blah blah blah. Anyway, so the next day I got the bike home, got it off the back of the truck, put it in the shed and shut the door and said fuck it, have a look in a couple of days. Didn't even bother unpacking the bike, sort of thing, and I finally did a couple of days later. Thought, oh well, I'll just replace the fuel pump, I'm guessing that's what it is, probably my fault. And pulled this cap assembly off, stuck my hand down there, thought I'd, you know, just sort of see if everything's alright, hasn't come adrift, everything seemed okay. But I probably should just see if it does run, you know, turn the ignition on and away it goes. So now I'm in that situation where it's running fine, as you can see, but I don't know what caused that problem in the first place. Which is always enough to give you sleepless nights kind of thing, you know. So and I need to take this bike to Bathurst at the end of the month for Roscoe's ride, so I need to sort out a few things. I pulled the switch blocks apart and stuff, make sure it wasn't anything electrical, just deoxidized everything. Everything seems fine. The headlight's having an issue, doesn't seem to want to work at low beam, but when I pulled the headlight out and stuff, the low beam does work, so there's something going on in there, probably in this left hand switch block.